Hey everybody, this is Brett, and today I'm going to show you my top 10 yoga stretches. And in addition to the yoga stretches, I'm going to show you how to massage those muscles, because you can't just stretch the muscles from end to end. You also have to massage them from the center, the middle, out. And if you do both, then you'll get the best bang for your buck. So let's get started. So the first stretch I'm going to do is just simply touch my toes. And these are sun salutations. I'm saluting the sun, and I'm actually facing towards the south, even though there is no sun today. So when I'm stretching this way, I'm stretching the whole back side of my body, as you can see. And so what you want to do is focus on just stretching the back of your legs, your calves, your hamstrings, your low and upper back. Let your head hang. And try and create little variations. You can turn to the right. You can turn to the left. You can bend the knees more and stretch the back more. You can make the knees straighter and stretch the upper back more. You can alternate. You can roll your head around. I always try and do all these little alterations, variations with my stretching. You can also just stay in one place. You can hold the stretch for as long as you want to, or you can do them faster. And you want to feel the muscles and feel for where there might be a tight spot. And if you feel a tight spot, then you want to stop and work on that specific spot with one of the tools that I'm going to show you now. So the first muscles that I'd like to massage on the back of the body are the hamstrings. The hamstrings are the muscles on the back of your leg here. And I'm going to use this wooden roller with a thin outer sheath, rubber sheath, to massage those because it's really aggressive and you've got to get in deep to work on these. Now I have the tie roller here that's also good, but it's not quite as aggressive, and I am somebody that needs a really, really deep thigh massage here. So what you do is you get your leg right on it, and you allow the muscles to soften and get that roller in there as deep as possible. If you roll to the inside, you can work on the inner part of the hamstrings. If you roll on the outside, you can work on the outer hamstrings. Okay. So that's how you work on the belly of those muscles. You can also simply do some massaging with or without oil. Feel in there with your fingers. A combination of both the roller and the hand massaging is excellent. Now the calves. If you get yourself some oil and you massage in there, it's more effective. But right now I'm just going to show you with a dry massage. Really feel in there. This is the soleus muscle. These are the gastrocnemius muscles. Right now my soleus muscles are tighter and sorer. Always feel for where it's the sorest. Yahoo! Right there. Okay? So that's the back of the leg muscles. Now I'm going to do some glute work with this ball. I've shown you this before, but I'm just going to briefly show you using the ball like so. Okay? Find the sore and tight spots. Oh yeah. Really work it. Okay? And spend a good deal of time releasing those. Then this is a theracane, okay? I'm going to use it to work on my back muscles. Just like this. When you feel a really specifically bad spot, then stop and work on that, because this is going to allow you to go deeper on your yoga stretches. If you have a knot right there, you can imagine that that knot is creating short muscles. When you're doing yoga stretching, you're lengthening the muscles. I'm doing that here. I'm allowing the lengthening of those muscles to go farther by getting these knots out. Additionally, I could roll on a wood roller on my back. This is a spine roller. And it's focusing directly on the muscles along the spine. Medical doctors aren't going to show you any of these things. They're going to fill you full of drugs. That is not my focus. And never will be. Oh yeah. This thing is so freaking good, I'm telling you. Oh, it's great to get right up there if you've got a forward head posture. Oh, yeah. Hallelujah. Billy Graham lives just right here near Asheville. That's what he'd say if he were rolling on this. Hallelujah. He'd say it like that. Oh yeah. Okay. So, let's go on to the next awesome yoga stretch. Okay, so I'm going to stick with some standing yoga poses, and now I'm going to stretch my quads and my iliopsoas muscle. So these are front of the body muscles. Move you back just a little bit there. And the quads are here. The iliopsoas is in here. And so I'm going to grab the front of my ankle and lift my foot up and balance. If you like, you can touch this hand on something to hold for balance. And as you can see, I really need to stretch these a lot and do this exercise more often. And you see, people get curled up in the front because they're sitting all day. They're always doing something where they're like in a fetal position, and they sleep on their sides all curled up for warmth, or they're sitting in chairs all day. And so one of the most important things for us to do is to stretch back. And I'm going to show you several more stretches that also incorporate stretching back, like your shoulders. Okay, so work into a deeper and deeper stretch. Don't injure anything. Maybe tilt back, or tilt forward a little bit. This one doesn't have a lot of variation to it. Okay? So now I'm going to show you some massaging for the quads and the iliopsoas. Okay, so here's a bowl with some oil in it. It's not melted oil, it's some coconut oil. Right now the temperature in here is not conducive to it melting. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit on my leg and I'm going to put a little bit on my forearm here. And hold your wrist with your opposite hand. Work on the inside. And the tops. And the inside there. Kind of alternate. Really dig in there and stretch those good. Okay, so now let's work on the iliopsoas muscles. Okay, so I'm going to put some oil on my abdominal region here and massage the iliopsoas muscles kind of a combination of two muscles, the iliacus and the psoas. And they go from the back of your spine to your pelvic bone and help you to do stuff like this. Okay, but they get too short and they need to be lengthened by doing stretching and massage. Okay, and this is subsequently also going to massage your abdominal region and help you with indigestion and constipation. And it's hard to feel exactly what the iliopsoas feels like for most people, and even massage therapists. But if you get in there, you can feel it. Especially if it's really tight. If it's not really tight, then it's harder to feel it. Okay, my left one is tighter than my right. And it might help you to look on the internet to see exactly where it is. There's also a couple of very important acupressure points. The stomach 25 points are here, and you're going to stimulate them quite directly by doing this as well. Oh, see, right there. If you've got a bad spot, you got to stop and work on that. So I can feel that iliopsoas right there. It's tight. And it's going right through that stomach meridian 25 point. Right by it. Oh. Okay, oftentimes a massage therapist will work on these areas for a good deal of time on your bod. So you need to do the same for yourself. So let's move on to the next yoga stretch. Okay, so now I'm going to get specific here and stretch my calves out. And in order to do that, I really need to lean against something. Okay, so I've set the massage table at a really good height for me, and I've taken off my socks so that I can really get some grip with my right foot. And I'm going to stretch it and tweak it a little bit left and a little bit right. I'm going to put my elbows on the table and just stretch that Achilles tendon. Reposition a little bit. Just stretch that one. Now, I might also just stretch the whole back of the leg and then stretch the calf again. I might also go the opposite way for a second if I feel some discomfort in the front of my ankle, and then stretch it again. Whenever you feel some discomfort from doing a stretch, you might often do the opposite stretch to give balance. Okay? You might also stop and massage. Okay, like I showed you before, this massaging of the calf muscles, the gastroc and the soleus, and also the Achilles. And you might flex and extend while you're doing that. Flex and extend a little bit. Really feel there's that tight spot again for me. Okay? Let's move on to number 4. Okay, so now I'm going to do some back and side bends. And you may think to yourself, well, that's not something that I've ever done in yoga class before. I don't care. I'm just showing you the stretches that I like to do the most at home, regardless of whether they're part of a trend or not. Okay? And yoga right now is very trendy. And, you know, it's something to go to and put on your coolest clothes and meet your friends, etc. But I'm not showing you that. I'm showing you just the stretches that I like to do at home. So a side bend, guess I should take off my other sock for balance. I do like to be balanced. So a side bend might be like, and I would say put your feet about shoulder widths apart for this. Maybe even a little bit more together for maximum stretch. And I'm really sore in here. Really sore in here right now. I've been doing a lot of sleeping, and when you sleep on your side, you can get sore on your sides. If you're really sore, alternate frequently. You'll need to do that to give balance, to bring balance to your body. And maybe work into longer and deeper stretches. Always go easy and don't injure yourself. Especially if you are in a class and there are egos involved and people are trying to push you and you're trying to push yourself. You got a whole life to live. There's plenty of time, and everyone is at different levels. And I'm not going to try and be Megan Curry. I like to watch her. But no, I can't do those back bends, and I never will be able to. So I'm not going to worry about that, because there's all kinds of things that I can do and you can do that she can't even touch. Ugh. We all have our values and attributes, talents. Oh yeah. So you might just go like this some to massage those areas. Oh, hallelujah. I'm saying that a lot today, huh? Yesterday was Sunday. And you really have to take the time to work on your body. I need to read. I need to find a good book and do some reading, you know? Okay, so now I'm going to do a back bend. And we'll make this number 5, I guess. We'll make this number 5. Okay. So while I'm back bending, I could actually stretch back my shoulders. We won't make that number 6, because I'm going to make that next as a separate stretch and do it on the floor. If you want, you can stretch your arms back like that. But be really careful doing this one, because I can tell that if you're not limber enough, it might not be too good to go for it. This is really good. Now you can do this in what's known as a boat pose on the floor, where you're stretching up against gravity. It's kind of similar but different. Okay, so we're stretching the front of the muscles and we're kind of conditioning the backs. So you might do both, some more iliopsoas work here. You might also do this meat pounding on your quads. Remember when I showed you how to beat your meat? Okay, so you can beat your meat. The quads here. This is called tapotement. And some of you might be like, man, why didn't he leave his shorts off? Those were just the sexiest underwear, them blue ones. I'm sorry, y'all. You could use different parts of your fist. Wherever it's sore, once again, wherever it's sore, that's where you need to work it, whether it's tapotement. This is also called percussion, because it's like drumming, percussion. One of my favorite massage modalities, massage strokes. And if you're doing it really good, your wrists have just the right tension. You don't want them too loose. You don't want them too tight. And that tension has to be adjusted for the different positions that you're doing. Like that is more stiff, and this is more loose, so that it can whack the muscles. Okay? So let's move on to that shoulder stretch. Okay, so number 6 is the shoulder stretch while sitting on the floor. You can sit cross-legged like that, half lotus is what I'm doing. Okay, put your palms on the floor behind you and stick your chest out. You can lay your head back and stretch that left and right while you're doing this if you like. Feels so good. Doing yoga just feels so good. You know, the more I do that wood roller up and down my spine, it seems the better I'm able to stretch my shoulders back. Seems logical, doesn't it? I'm actually sold out of those right now. I got to make another batch of them. I've been selling them like crazy. These. While we're on shoulders, we're going to make the next stretch, this one, where I put my hand right here in between my scapulas, grab my elbow with this hand, and stretch my whole obliques, or my side here, the whole thing all the way down to my hips, by going like that. I remember doing this in Little League football about 30 years ago. No, maybe more. Oh my God. So, you can pull that elbow over and stretch the whole side. Okay, and additionally, you can stretch it to the front like this. Hold the elbow this way, and stretch it that way. And then also do some movement exercises for just about all of these stretches. Okay, so this. is really good. Rolling around. And you might just do this one too. And you can take this and put it against a wall like that so that you've got a better hold on it. Or you can just do the more of a muscle strengthening by holding your arm up on your own and just doing it like this. I'll show you the wall version like that. Better light. We need better light. I don't think I can get there. Okay. Alright, and then shake it out. Always shake things out and do the opposite stretch after you've done a stretch. This is kind of why I like to do my own yoga at home, because I'll go to a class and I'll be like, well, how come you're not doing any massage in between there? How come you're not shaking things out? How come you're not doing a stretch? See, I can always do better stuff at home. Not that I don't learn things in the yoga classes, and not that it's not good to go to yoga classes, but being a massage therapist and somebody that's done yoga for a long time, I just get a better thing going on at home. So, all right, let's go on to the next one. Okay, so let's move on up to stretching and massaging the neck muscles. And lately mine have been really tight. And so I'm going to take my hand and put it on top of my head and stretch it to the right. And this will stretch all of these left side neck muscles. And if I rotate towards the front, then I'm stretching the ones more towards the back. And it really does help to nudge it with the hand. So I'm just going to keep on going around here very slowly. Take this at your own pace. If you hear some little snorty noises, that is because there is someone snorting. She's so special. Okay, so we're moving around. Oh yeah. Okay, now I'm just gonna do it on my own here. Now I'll usually do each of these stretches for 5-10 minutes, and also the massage, but for video purposes, let's move on to massaging the neck muscles for a minute. Okay, so I put some oil on my neck. Just put a little on my shoulders here too. I'm going to really get in there. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Really squeeze the fingers right on the sorest muscles on your neck. Put some on your sternocleidomastoid muscle here. My anatomy teacher, her favorite muscle was the sternocleidomastoid. Maybe because, actually I think she just liked the name the most, sternocleidomastoid, which is this great big neck muscle here. you can actually almost, you can grab it. See that? Ugh. And you know, if you've got a headache, this is really, really good to do. Can you see how that is just working the shit out of those muscles up against my neck, or against my occiput? Mm-hmm. Man, I need a shower. I'm kind of stinky today. Oh, oh, yeah. Oh, praise Buddha. That is good, I'm telling you. Mamacita, señorita, chiquita, babarucci. Alright, let's move on to number 9. Okay, stretching the legs out on the floor is something that I do almost every day. And it's really good to face the foot with the shoulders square to the foot like this. Disregard my fat and focus just on the stretch. It's good to have a little bit of fat on you anyway, for reserves, just in case of famine or something, you know. You can burn fat for a while. And then I also like to put my hands on my head like this and lift that left elbow to the sky and stretch this side of my body in addition to the back of the right leg. Also, you can't make noises like you can at yoga class, but you might be embarrassed. Somebody would look over at you and like, shut up, dork. You can't say words like dork in yoga because yoga comes from India. And in India, you're supposed to be like reverent. Now, that's kind of a Mormon word, but it also pertains to most religions. Okay, so now a massage for the back of the leg I already showed you, but for the obliques I didn't show you yet. I'm going to use this one. I have this particular roller on sale right now on my website for $90. I'm closing these out because of a disagreement that I had with the guy that produces them. He was dishonest with me, and I'm just not going to work with somebody that's dishonest with me. So I'm going to close these out for what I paid for them, $90, regularly $120. Actually, the $90 is a few dollars less than what I paid for them. And they're a good roller. They're a really good roller. They just don't have a very ethical maker. Ugh. as far as business goes anyway. So you can roll on your obliques really well with this one, because this one is not too aggressive, and your obliques can get very sensitive. That's why I'm using this one for this particular. Oh yeah, right there, those are teres muscles, okay? Teres, major and minor. Okay. So, are we up to 10? I think we're up to 10 next. You excited? These aren't in any particular order, though. Okay, so this is a child's pose, another yoga pose that I like to do quite a bit. And you want to stretch your arms clear out in front of you, like so. And you can have your knees in a comfortable position, or you can change them to different places for varying effects. If you move them out, it'll stretch your inner leg muscles more. The more you stretch your arms out, the more it'll stretch your shoulders. It's really great to have somebody sit on your back while you're doing this. And if you can get your girlfriend to do it while she's nude, put some oil on your back. Wahoo! Okay, this is a really, really good stretch to just do for a long time. Now, while you're doing this stretch, you can put some oil on your deltoid here. Stick your thumb in your armpit and massage these, which is a really, really great way to work on these shoulder muscles. Can't do it right now because I need some oil. Always put some oil on your bod if you can, because you're going to be able to do a lot better job with the oil than without. Now, for a variation, you can make it a pigeon pose here, okay? Okay, so you stretch one leg clear out to the back and put the under leg right in the center, towards the center. A little different dynamic. Roll right, left, tweak it right and left. The more you stretch the arms out, the more you stretch the shoulders. And on the right side, the obliques. The more you stretch your foot back, the more you're stretching your whole body. It's really good. And whenever you're doing these poses, when you breathe deep into your body, you're going to stretch the muscles more. Okay, so I want to thank you for joining me. Check out my website, brettsnaturalhealth.com, right there. Hope you're having a really great Monday, and hope you have a really great week. Bye.